Hey guys, welcome and welcome back. My name's Mike. Hope you guys are doing good and having a wonderful day. So today I want to continue on with my book series, or my book tour series. But before I do that, I want to go over a few books. A couple I'm reading now, and I just finished one. I just finished Coco by Peter Straub. It was a buddy read that I was doing with Chris. It was pretty good. It follows the story of five, I believe. Sorry, I just finished this like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago. 4 or 5 friends that were in Vietnam together, and they come back to the States. And while they were over there was a calling card left by a killer with the name Coco, and he would kill the person and put the card in their mouth. And then so like when they were back like 12 years or something back in the States, and then they started seeing or hearing about this murder with these calling cards being left. So they all kind of got together and they had this idea that they knew who it was, that it was one of their people, or they thought it was one of their people in their platoon back in Vietnam. So 4 of them get together. The 5th one, he doesn't want to go. He stays in the U.S. The other 4, they go over to Vietnam and do a bunch of searching. And I won't go too much into detail on it, but it was really good. The storyline was good. I didn't realize this until I was like halfway through it, but this is a trilogy, so it makes sense on how it ends. But I was a little disappointed on how this ended. I think only because I was expecting some big grand, finish to it and like this big reveal or something. Now there was a pretty big plot twist, 2 actually. One about 3/4 of the way through, and then a little bit after that another one. So the ending was okay, but it kind of open-ended, kind of left me a little unsatisfied, but like I said, speaking of it, it's a trilogy, so maybe it'll pick up in the next one. Chris and I do plan on buddy reading the other 2. I'm assuming he's okay with that too, but the other 2 for sure. I'd like to finish it and just kind of see where that went. So after I finish that, I haven't had a chance to read it all in the last 2 days. Today's Monday here, but so we did my daughter's birthday party over the weekend on Saturday. So yeah, Saturday and Sunday we were just busy. I was, we set up and stuff for the birthday party. Saturday we had it at one of the parks here in town, and we spent like 8 hours at the park, and it was really good. I mean, she has a lot of friends show up, family, things like that. So Saturday was just busy. By the time we got home, we were exhausted. And then Sunday, yesterday, we took my daughter out to spend the birthday money that she got, which was really great. It was nice to go out, but again, we were out all day. By the time we got home, I was just tired. I think I've read a few pages, but so the one I'm on now is Fahrenheit 451. This is really good. I've known about this book for a long time. I just never bought it. I just bought this recently. Chris was telling me about it, that he just finished it, or it's one of his favorite books, excuse me. And so far it's really good. Let me try to get my page here. 74 pages in. It's starting to just kind of get to a good part, so I'm excited to keep on with that. The other one I'm reading, I've only probably read the first chapter or so. I found this is a nonfiction, but I found this at the bookstore. It's called T, Addiction, Exploitation, and Empire by Roy Moxham. I just thought that was kind of interesting when I seen it. Kind of goes through the history. What I thought, so this is a non-fiction, but it's reading like a fiction. But it's this guy, he's telling his story, kind of how he got into it and everything. But it reads like a non-fiction, so it's actually been pretty good. Like I said, I haven't been able to really read much of this so far. It does have some really cool pictures in it. I don't know if you can tell, but this is Chinese watering a tea garden on top, and then Chinese sorting and sifting tea after drying. I know it's nothing, you know, too crazy spectacular, but I like tea. I like coffee, you know, so I've always been kind of a nerd about those things. And, you know, if it wasn't for the British, thank you, Chris, you know, we wouldn't have our coffee. I'm just kidding. I do like tea, though, for sure. I like hot tea. All right, so let's get into my book tour. I've got quite a few books here to go through. Oh, before I continue, so, you know, like I said in the very beginning of my videos, I'm not doing these to become a YouTube sensation or, you know, make money. I don't ever plan on monetizing my channel. That's nothing I'm interested in. So I'm really just doing this for me. Sorry for the background noise. I'm doing laundry right now, but I'm just doing this videos for me, you know, but I do want to make them good. You know, the quality's not going to be great, obviously. I mean, lighting's not good. I kind of switched up, so where I'm at now, I'm in the bedroom. Just a couple bookshelves behind me. I was recording in the front room before he had like that brown wall behind me with the picture, but we're setting our Christmas stuff up because it's Christmas season here in America, at least. And really for us, we start setting stuff up like the week after Halloween. I know that's probably super early for some people, but you know, we love Christmas, and here right now it's like 24 degrees Fahrenheit. It's super cold. The water's freezing outside. And it's just that Christmas season, you know, that Christmas feel. And again, probably just here in America, I don't know, but everywhere you go, all the stores, they've got their Christmas stuff out, you know. So, but I won't ramble too much on that. But like I said, I'm just doing these videos for me. But I did want to just try to make them good, you know, make them better than what they are. And I was talking to Chris a little bit, and I know he didn't mean anything by this, but I kind of thought it was funny. In one of his videos, he made a comment about how I don't ramble as much as he does in his videos. My videos tend to be pretty short because I'm kind of one of those people that I would like to ramble. I don't know how many people want to watch that, but I'm not a good rambler, you know. So I've been trying to practice, slow down a little bit, and make the videos, you know, a little bit longer maybe, or go into a little bit more detail on what I'm talking about and stuff, because I'm kind of those straight to the point, you know, just talk about it and then move on. So I'm trying to slow down. So, all right. So on these here, I've got a couple stacks here. This one I plan on reading this year. It's A Gentleman in Moscow by Amor Towles. None of these, excuse me, maybe half of these I've read. All right, the next one is American Gods by Neil Gaiman. This is one of those super thick books. Now, it's smaller paperback, that's why it's so big, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is more of a sci-fi type book. Maybe. I don't know. And I'm not huge into sci-fi. I've read a few sci-fi, but all right. Next one is J.D. Salinger. It's called 9 Stories. It's got 9 different stories, and I found this super old copy of this a long time ago. Now, years and years ago, I did read The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. I think I was early 20s. I didn't really get into it. I don't really remember a lot about it. So this is probably one of those I need to reread things now that I'm older. And all right, the next one we have is called In Odd We Trust by Dean Koontz, and it is actually the graphic novel of the Odd Thomas series of Dean Koontz. I have all of those in hardback. I've been looking for this forever, this graphic novel. I don't remember how many graphic novels. I don't think Dean Koontz made very many graphic novels at all. And I'm pretty sure this is the only graphic novel of Odd Thomas. But I've been looking for it forever. You know, it's one of those, like, it's always on your list. You're trying to find it, and I forget. Well, I just happened to be at the bookstore the other day, and I seen that. I was like, oh my goodness, like, I've been looking for that for years. So the next one, Submarine by Joe Dunthorne. The Last Dickens by Matthew Pearl. Time Shelter by Georgie Gospodinov. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. The Whole Story and Other Stories by Ali Smith. Sorry, I was trying to read the back. I did read this. I enjoyed this. Ernest Hemingway's The Old Man and the Sea. Happy All the Time by Lori Colwin. I seen the movie of this next one long time ago. I think when it first came out. I don't know how long ago it was. The movie was good. I mean, it was okay, you know, but Life of Pi by Jan Martel. I haven't read this, so I don't know if the book's any good. So, and if there's any of these books that you've read, let me know in the comments, you know. Let me know if you liked them, how good they were. Sorry, I'm just trying to move a few of these around so I can... I started this one a while back, and it just, I don't know, it wasn't doing it for me, so I set it down. So I'm going to pick it back up eventually, but it's called The Patient by Jane Shemilt. I don't know how to pronounce it either, but Patient. This one, I saw the movie, and a lot of movies and a lot of books too, when they Americanize it, comes over here, they'll change the name a lot. Like, for example, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. That's what it was when it came out. When they brought it to America, they changed it to Sorcerer's Stone because they didn't think that the American audience would know what Philosopher's Stone. But same thing with this. A Man Called Uwe. They changed the name of this. Tom Hanks did a movie of this, and the movie's called A Name Called Otto. The movie was pretty good. Excuse me. The weather's so dry here, so I'm sorry, I had to get some water. But the movie was really good. I haven't read the book, though. This one, again, I think she's a little controversial, but All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. I got this recommendation off of Tyrone. He used to be, I think it was like Bookish Dad Reads or something like that. He changed his name of his channel. So I know it's Tyrone Ross is his name. But I think I got this off of his. Abby Jimenez, Part of Your World. I haven't read it, but The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. This one is called Joseph Anton. It's a memoir. It's Salman Rushdie's memoir. That's his name, but this is the name of the book, Joseph Anton. And then the last one I have, this is an old one, or excuse me, an old copy. It's the Razor Edge. I was going to show you the cover, but there's nothing on it, so I'm trying to get inside this. The Razor's Edge. Trying to get the author here, because I don't want to pronounce his name wrong. W. Somerset Maugham. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm sorry. Now, I know this. I've seen this book around. I found this copy years ago, and I probably need to get actually a newer, nicer copy, you know, but yeah, it is what it is. Got my Christmas cup here with my coffee in it. So okay, this is The Complete Fiction of H.P. Lovecraft. This is a big hardback book, but let's see if I guess the book is the same as the dust jacket. I just trying to see if it was any different to show you guys. Let's see. All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby. Ooh, and this one still has a super old price sticker on it. I don't remember. This was a library book. Dust and Shadow, An Account of the Ripper Killings by Dr. John H. Watson. Lindsay Fay is the author. Demon of the Waters, The True Story of the Mutiny of the Whale Ship Globe by Gregory Gibson. This one was just kind of a novelty thing. I found it at Ollie's. It's a store around here, and it's The Big Bang Theory. I just seen it. I really like this TV series. It's pretty old now. And I don't typically watch a lot of series because, I don't know, maybe short attention span. But like for me, on a movie and something, like if it doesn't catch my, like my interest pretty soon in, I'm just like, I'm not interested in it. And maybe because I'm old, I don't know. I don't watch a lot of TV and stuff. I mean, I do watch TV, but I just can't get into series. And it's the same with books too. Like I don't read a lot of series on books. Just I don't know, like I've started a few before, 2-3 books in, and I'm just like, all right, I'm done with this, like I move on. This one though, The Big Bang Theory, the TV series, I've watched the whole thing multiple times. So, and it's like 12 seasons long or something, and it's kind of dry probably, the humor in it, but I just thought it was funny. And this book here, it's pretty cool. It's got some pictures in it. Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. It's got like, kind of behind the scenes, whole bunch of plastic from different scenes and stuff, Let me get you one more here. Now all these actors are, they're getting up there in age. Well, I mean, probably like 40s or something, but let's see. I'm trying to find a good one. Oh, here's a pretty good one. I think this is a picture where all the cast, one of the episodes, they're at Howard's mom's for Thanksgiving or Christmas or something, and then, but if you never watched The Big Bang Theory, check it out. I think it's really funny. Next one, also a library book I found, Caesar by Colleen McCullough. It's about Julius Caesar, and I think it tells the whole story of, his life and reign. And oh, there you go. Sorry, there's a good picture. This one is like one of the first graphic novels that I found when I kind of started getting into these. This is From Hell, Alan Moore and Eddie Campbell, which Alan Moore, I found out he is like super big in the graphic novel world. So, and this is the account of, I believe, Jack the Ripper from back then. I was trying to get you some. Okay, slide these over here. This is a Reader's Digest, which I don't know, Reader's Digest, if it's all over the world or if it's just here in America, I don't know. But Reader's Digest, great stories, great short stories of the world, 71 of the finest stories ever written. Confessions on the 745 by Elisa Unger. Giovanni's Gift by Bradford Morrow. This one, which has a label on here, but it's from Ollie's as well, and I thought it was sounded really interesting. It's called Northern Spy by Flynn, excuse me, Flynn Berry. Last name was covered up, that's why I was trying to figure out who it was by. The Second Horseman, Kyle Mills. This, so I'm not, because I'm old probably, I don't know. I'm not into the book talk. I mean, I know what TikTok is and I know all that stuff. And my wife and niece and all them, you know, they do it. And like, I get it. I'm not out of the loop. This, I think, was kind of one of those book talk books. Really hyped up. I used to read newer stuff a lot, and I followed a lot of the trends. You know, I followed the Booker Prize for a long time. I followed YouTube videos on the what's new, shorts, you know, YouTube shorts, things like that, to follow new books. I just kind of got to the point, I don't really care too much about new books anymore. A lot of mine are older, but this is Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Denneman. I heard this is supposed to be amazing. Now, I did read like the first 3. Oh, I actually still have a bookmark in here. I got 40 pages in. I don't know how many chapters that's. 7 chapters, and it was okay. It's a what is it? An RPG role player game type book, which I think it's like, I don't know, one of its kind. I'm not sure, but this is a whole series. I don't remember how many books are in it. I don't know if I'll ever pick that up again. I might, but anyways. So this last year, I really got into Japanese and Korean authors. And to me, at least the books I've read from Japanese authors, there's something about them that's just so good. They write very well, and it's a lot of them, it's like simple, you know, the storyline's simple, and it's just, I don't know. But this is I Went to See My Father by Yong Suk Shin. I have this other one called The Convenience Store Woman, and the story is very simple. It's all about this woman that she works at a convenience store, and that's her life's passion, you know, just to work in this convenience store. And the story is very basic. It's very, I'm trying to think of the word. There's not a lot of depth to it, you know, because a lot of us here, you know, we read a stuff that's got like so many characters and plot twists and all this stuff. Like the books I've read, which I've probably read 15 or 20 Japanese novels in the last 2 years, they all seem to be very simple, you know, but they're really, really good the way they write. Anyways, I'll try not to ramble on that. The next one, The City of Mist by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. All these ones that have the plastic on this, they're library books, so sorry for the glare. But The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. And this one, Cemetery Road by Greg Iles. Alright, sorry again, I gotta move these books around a little bit here. Okay, these, I didn't realize I had both copies of these, or 2 copies of this same book. And it's the Collected Stories of William Faulkner. Get it here real quick. This one I found first years ago. And I think this is really neat. It says Paul Kennedy, Christmas of 1950. So, and then I think I found this one at a library sale, and it's the same book, but so this one is the second or third printing of this book. Let me find it real quick. And it's got a nice little, but let's see here. This is the second printing of the book. And this one is the 21st printing. And I wasn't going to keep both of them because I don't need 2 copies, you know, but this is the second printing. It's pretty old. And this one just looks good, you know. It's got that nice dust jacket. The book is beautiful. I don't know, so I'll probably just keep both. Doesn't matter, you know, but next one is Silverview by John le Carre. The F. Scott Fitzgerald, The Collection. And this is a real beautiful softback, paperback edition. The Satanic Verses by Salman Rushdie. Now, this is one that made Rushdie get a hit order on his life for years and years and years, and it might still be standing. This book was very controversial for him. I don't want to go too in depth with that, but this is Hitch 22. It's a memoir by Christopher Hitchens. He was a very controversial person back in the day, very outspoken against religion and things like that. Again, I'm not going to go into that. His views aren't my views, you know, but he was a very intellectual person, made a lot of good contributions to journalism and just to literature in general. So I got that. I wanted to read that. This one is actually pretty close to me. Who We Are Now by Michelle Fishborn. It's stories of what Americans lost and found during the COVID-19 pandemic. I seen that. I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. I started reading that a while back. I just haven't finished it yet. The Return by Nicholas Sparks. The Heart of the Sound, An Alaskan Paradise Found and Nearly Lost. The Last True Poets of the Sea by Julia Drake. All right, then I've got one more little stack here, and then we'll wrap this video up. I know it's getting pretty long, and I don't even think I've ever made a video this long before, but this one is You'll Be the Death of Me, Friends to the End by Karen M. McManus. It's a thriller. This one's The Promise by Damon Galgut. And see if you can tell, that's the 2021 Booker Prize here. Like I said, I followed them for a few years in the past. Pretty disappointed in it, but whatever. This is called Maybe Now by Colleen Hoover. If She Wakes by Michael Corita. The last name's covered on the cover here, but Wandering Souls by Cecil Penn. This is Revenge, Short Stories by Women. I think this is Sinan Jones. That's the author. The book is called Cove. It's also a thriller horror. It's pretty thin, but and I've just got a few more here. Dunbar by Edward St. Aubin. If you're from America, you'll know this, and maybe you will outside of America. I don't know, but The Outsiders, this is the movie cover edition. I can't remember this guy's name, but I know the actor. They made a movie about this, and it's an old movie. I think it's before my time. I don't remember when, but it was hugely popular. I don't think I've ever seen the movie, to be honest with you. My father-in-law has told me about the movie, said it's great, he loved it. I've never seen it, so I picked up the book. This one's called, I think this is a romance, which, you know, I kind of dabble in romance every now and then, depending on how good it is. Book Lovers by Emily Henry. And I've got two more here. This was a movie they made out of this one as well. Movie's amazing. It's really, really good. It's called The Help by Catherine Stockett. And I've got one more here. And if you've stuck here this long, 30 minutes in, I really appreciate it. I'm sorry that this video is so long, but like I said, I'm just trying to slow down and go into depth a little bit more on stuff. But the last book I have is The Short Stories of James T. Farrell. I don't know anything about this person. I have never read this. Let's see if I can. Copyright was 1945, so it's pretty old. I'm trying to get because there's nothing on the front of this, so I was trying to get, that's about as good as you're going to get is that one. But again, thank you guys, and please feel free to leave a comment, critique me, that's fine, you know, but I appreciate you guys for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.